Hello everybody. It's Scrapper Ames here. I'm not showing you my face today. I'm actually home, not 100%, so I look terrible. But I thought while the house is relatively quiet and my scrap space is relatively clean and organised now that I've rearranged it, I thought I'd give you a new updated craft room tour for anyone that is interested. So this is my craft room, scrap room, whatever you want to call it. I share it with my daughter. She sits just on that desk there. And it backs into our lounge room. So it's kind of pretty good. And onto our kitchen, which is just in there. Now, last time you would have seen it, the desks were going that way, across this way towards from the window. But we decided to give it a bit of a change up. I was getting a bit antsy. I didn't like the way it was, and I wanted to give everything a bit of a clean out. So, yeah, here we go. So, just here you can see nothing too special as such, just a Kmart ladder shelf. On this shelf here is stuff for my daughter. So her stickers, her paper pads, things like that. Down the bottom here is our family albums, or some thereof. The rest are stored on a shelf out in our lounge room, just another IKEA shelf. So just here, this is my daughter's stuff. I've just literally cleaned up her trolley there. She has two actually. And then we have the beautiful window with some gorgeous natural light. And then my desk. So my desk is from IKEA. I can't remember what it's called, but anyway, so my lovely filming tripod. Now, I try and keep this space relatively clear. It never seems to work, but it's good at the moment, except for the dirty water of paint over there. Whoops. Next to my desk is I have these Alex drawers, the little black ones, and on top at the moment is my little Kaiser Craft thing I made. And painted up or decorated, and then in that, so this side here where I just flicked some spare photos is usually where my ATG would go, and my stapler, and then I've got some more commonly used like glue and sprays. This is just the Kaiser Craft gold shimmer mist, and then I've got one that's the rose gold just here. Behind that is my ink pads. I'm missing one. Where is it? I don't know where the red one is. Anyway, and then some of these little IKEA basket planter box things, I think. And this just holds all my regular stuff, my scissors, pens, things like that. And then at the back, I have more like glitter pens and just spare stuff in there, rulers. This here is a little pocket at the back, and in that, sorry, I'm not making you sick, is just some things that I really want to try and use up that have sort of been lost in my stash a bit, or that I use and reach for fairly frequently. So it's a bit of a mix of both. Like I like this Paige Evans and Vicky Bouton paper pad. I like the Cocoa Vanilla one, but then I've got the Chamel one here that I brought and I'm not using a lot of, so I'm trying to use it up. So yeah, that's that. Now, on here is some newest sort of supplies I've recently acquired some of the Colour Fresh Heidi Swap collection, as well as, and I actually really like the Colour Fresh one, but the Dear Lizzie She's Magic, oh, love it. So yes, so that's where the newer stuff is sitting at the moment, just so I can get a play with it and get a feel for it. On my desk, I'll carefully move you over, is also a little cute little tray, that has some ephemera from both of those collections in it. All right, carefully moving it. Now, over this side is another set of shelves that are tucked away. Now, it has my printer on it. That's what I can print my photos at home on. And then have stamps and extra printer stuff. There's usually a box with photos in it there. And then down the bottom here, I hope you can see, are printables. So these are my Patreon printables from Inky Quill and from Retro Hip Mama as well, the subscription I was getting there. And then this is just a bit of randomness. I have my fuse tool mat, again, hoping to use it if it's in my space, and some punches that I don't really use very much at all. So it's kind of like a shove it down the bottom spot. All right, let's go over to the Alex drawers. So these are my Alex drawers. I do have little labels on them, but they're actually not all correct now. I've changed things around, but we will see how we go. So down the bottom, what have we got? So I have down the bottom is what do you call them, the metal embellishments, the brads, that's what they're called, sorry. some of the flowers, like paper pieces, if that makes sense, some chipboard, and then other random bits and pieces really. So that's there. These are just baskets from Kmart, nothing too particular here. But yeah, they store things and fit well in these drawers, so I can reach for these when I'm wanting to use something a bit different. Then, oh sorry, my dirty floor. Next up is, now this drawer goes in hand with this drawer above it. So these are little like photo cases, but I brought them, these are from the Spotlight one here in Australia, and then the cheapy shop one that I brought. Some of them are labelled, some aren't, and they'll probably change as I use it up, use the pieces in it up, but I've got that sitting in my drawer at the moment. And then, as I said, underneath is just kind of an overflow. So I've got rub-ons here at the moment, tags and frames, and then a box here of other blue coloured embellishments that don't fit in that tub at the top, drawer at the top, sorry. I have these, excuse me, these are sorted by, as you can see, by design or designer company collection type thing. These ones here are sorted by colour, so I've got a bit of a mix. So when I buy things like from like the Reject Shop or Kmart or something random like that, they'll go in there, and that's how they're stored for now. Next up is this drawer, which has all my wood veneer in it. So let me just squeeze you back, and oh no, I think I just spilled some sequins. Oops, a daisy. So yeah, so sequins at the back in a little tackle box type container, and then some more there, and then more wood veneer here, and I think they're paper clips and those bits and pieces, which I don't really use. I'm not sure how to use them very well. This top drawer is all just mixed type embellishment. So we've got some more wood veneer here, some more that I like. These are words. These are some more like bows and things like tassels and things like that. Oh, why is that missing right? Oh, because it's got these pieces behind it. There's some flare which keep getting mucked around. Acrylic pieces. They're the Charms Creation like fabric-y type pieces. Flare badges, more wood veneer. This is leftover stuff when I was getting the Kitaholic kits. And so I've just put some of the random bits in there, and then some washi. I did have a bigger washi stash. I actually took it to my work and it's been left there, so whoops. Yeah, and this is just a little book I write ideas in and things. So yeah, that's that drawer. So, and these little containers are from IKEA as well, which I'm sure you've seen if you've seen a million craft room tours like me. So that's the Alex drawers. Then we have the IKEA Calyx unit. So I'll just zoom back and you can see. So that's my second desk. So I've split my desks this time. Mine, the layouts, I've decided I need to probably take some time to put them away before they get ruined. That's my big unit there. Oh, hang on. And then, let me step back. I have my As Such Harasscog trolley. I actually brought this from Spotlight. I think it's like a Recollections like brand. But yeah, so on that, I'll show you this first, my trolley. So on my trolley, I've got some bigger sticker sheets here that I found mixed in with some other stuff. So I've just put them at the front to use up. Some punches. This is where I've got a little, these are fridge containers too that I brought, these clear ones. They're from Kmart as well. But these have all my enamel dots and things like that and shapes. Then behind that is my alphas, my smaller flat alphas. There we go. And then the bigger ones are at the back. I did have them sitting in here before I just changed everything, but they were bending backwards and it was annoying me, so I moved it. This little rose gold thing is like a magazine holder thing from Officeworks. It's just a big stationery store here. All right, then to the side here, I've got words and phrase stickers and then sticker books at the back. And again, they're sort of sitting, one's sitting inside a fridge container from Kmart, and then inside a bigger IKEA container. It just helps contain them a bit more. Oops, sorry, going down. Now, on this shelf, we have some Project Life cards that I've pulled out that I want to use up, or that I know that I'll probably use frequently. what else have I got there? Oh, yep, they're Project Life. Then these are some mixed embellishments. So let me zoom over. So these don't necessarily, they're sort of like random, like Kaiser Craft collections, or just random bits that I've brought elsewhere that there's a lot of. So if there's lots of them left, I leave them in the package like that to be used up. But once it gets to, like I just did that just before this video, once there's only a few bits left, I either sort them into colour, or if I'm a bit lazy, I just put them in a container that was on my desk. This little pouch holds doilies. This I've decided is new. This is my DIY embellishments, either that have been gifted to me or I've made. But this has tabs, not tabs, but labels and little journaling spots, because I seem to be looking for those of late, and I'm so sick of rummaging through everything. So I've just put them in a little basket like that. And then at the back are all like sticker sheets, little sticker sheets, like 3D sticker sheets, puffy ones. That's what I'm trying to say. Watch my big arm out of the way. So yeah, that's that shelf. And then down the bottom here are some basic type mixed media stuff. So my gesso, texture paste, my art foamies, because I love using those. Brayer, paper wipes are there. I think I've just shoved something else there that probably doesn't need to be there. All right, going up. So my desk here has my Cameo. So this gives me the opportunity to spin around, and I can work here. I can do editing. I can do a voiceover. Nice and easy, not when there's 5,000 layouts sitting there. I really need to go through those. Anyway, all right, so my Calyx unit. So I sort of have mine organized, I guess, in sections. So this section here is all mixed media, if that makes sense. So I've got these little baskets. I've got these ones that have my tools in it. And then I have these little baskets here that are sorted into, as you can see by the tags, mists and inks, oxides and mica powders. I've got my little bunny jar of twine there, paint pens, and then I've got some watercolours there, my scribble sticks, and then my matte gel medium and black gesso and crackle paste, things that I don't always use heaps of, and then just some little container palette type things. So that's that section. And then we'll go down, we'll cross, whatever, go across. So these are all my books, journals, my Jane Davenport drawing books as well. Then I have some leftover paper, because then we move into the paper section. My diamond press, some thread. And then we go down again, and then there's some more mixed media. So I've got paints, paper towel, what else? Acrylic paints, colour pastes, all those sorts of things. That's my fuse tool. I brought some of these little things to try out, which I really like using. There's all my paints. Let me move that there. My Flutterby paints and my Dilutions paints. So that's that shelf. Then we go across here. Now I've got this sitting here because I don't have a spot for it anymore. Now this is my stencils. All my stencils plus, my jelly plate is falling out of its box. And then I've actually just popped this basket here of 6x6 paper pads because it was the best spot for it. Underneath here in this IKEA container is excess mixed media pieces. So I might have extra baking paper in there for when I'm doing an art journal page, or sprays, or like water spray bottles. Those sorts of things all go in there. All right, then I'll go across here because this is my Jane Davenport shelf. I have a whole shelf. I love my Jane stuff. So all of that gets stored there. So I've got the pens. In here is where I store her inks and watercolor palettes and paints. And then I've got like all the drawing stuff. So I've got pencils, color sticks, all those sorts of things. Some Jane washi. And then a cute little bunny jar that holds all the bits and pieces in it. All right, now I'll go up again. So I'm going back and forth here. So this is how I store my papers paper collections at the moment. So this is, they are stored by collection. So I think I have generally Aussie designers first and then go backwards. So like pink paisley, crepe paper, Chamel, those sorts of things. And then I've just got paper pads, the 12x12 paper pads sit there, plus some sticker chipboard sheets. And that's that. Then that's, as I said, this one's my white cardstock, coloured cardstock, those sorts of things. And then that's just the wedding shelf at the moment where I pop all our stuff for our wedding. Oh, in this pink big tub, which I think again is from IKEA, this is all my texture. So tissue papers and those sorts of things. I collect random stuff from presents as well, and even flowers, like when your flowers come wrapped. If it looks good, I think I might use it, I'll grab it. All right, going down ever so slowly. So this is how I store my thickers. They're in this big black box here. Hang on. Oh. Which is overflowing. I actually had to change it up a little bit. So they're just sorted into colour in that box, which again is an IKEA box. This is some planner stuff, and this is some Flutter by Design Retreat things from last year. Moving across, I've got these two little magazine racks. This has just got other random sticker embellishments in there. I don't know if I like this because, I mean, I've used it forever. I forget to reach for it, but I'm hoping now that this is sitting in between my desks, I will. Now, this one I had to take out from my thickers box because it was too big, as in the box was getting over full. So these are word thickers, as you can see there. Now, then we start on the storage of my, what are they called? Page protectors. So there's some down there. I just store them in those pizza boxes when I get them. This is a box of all my extras. So adhesive, craft foam, ink, pencil cases, you name it, it's in there, probably. Now, under my desk is my massive 2 boxes of Project Life cards and some extras. I popped it under the desk for things that I don't use, like I don't always reach for. But aren't too hard to get out if I need to. Next up is a shelf for cameo stuff. So I've got some cut files pre-cut, some paper, my mat, all sits there. Going across, let me get under, my stamps, which sit in there. Again, I don't reach for them as much as I probably should, and embossing goes in there as well. And then this is a box of ribbon and all those sorts of things. Like that, more texture, I guess you could say. All right. So, coming up. Hang on. Let me do this without making you sick, hopefully. Oh. All right, so that is that. And then we've just got this shelf here, which has my Christmas kits and baby kits on them. I need to sort them out. Then excess stuff and just household goodies, I guess you could say. Yeah, so that's my little scrap space. If you want some more info on how I organize specific things, I think though that I try and make them pretty clear myself. I like organized and I like neat, otherwise I won't use it. So again, that was a reason why I changed up the space, just to give it a fresh look. And then I've just been playing with it while I've been here at home. But yeah, so I think it's time for another rest. That's my craft room. I love the little space. I love having a room. It's awesome. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more, or you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below. I might do some flip throughs. But yeah, I will see you next time. Bye bye for now.